Excellent. Oh, wait. I thought you folded.
No.
Did not fold?
No,
I didn't fold.
I'm thinking.
Did you see his hand?
He showed like ace-7 or...
I thought you folded, he says. Welcome, welcome. My name's Don, a.k.a. Revoluso Gaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I gotta come to you with this YouTube video today, chat. Huge controversy. Let me get you started off with some context. The Hustler Live Casino streams poker Monday through Friday. Amazing show put on by Nick Vertucci, Ryan Feldman. Some of the biggest poker players in the world come and play. They live stream it for free on YouTube. It's an amazing show. Last night was no exception. We're going to go back to the beginning of this hand. For a little bit more context, who we have at the table is Ludwig put it together. He's a content creator. This right here is Tom Dwan. Over there is Mr. Beast. Right there's Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, one of the biggest YouTubers ever. Huge fan, Mr. Beast, if you see this. But last night there was some cheating, in my opinion. A very, very blatant poker angle that was absolutely disgusting. And I'm going to go over it play by play for you guys and show exactly why it was an angle and why it should not have been allowed.
I'm going to go ahead and say no thank you.
So, we start off the hand with Phil Hellmuth, who is a poker pro, just like Tom Dwan. Again, it's almost all content creators. It's a pretty friendly environment. It's a minimum buy-in of $50,000, so it's a big game. But you know they're playing friendly, but they still have to follow poker rules. Phil Hellmuth goes ahead and opens up the action with Ace-9 suited to $700. Pretty standard play so far.
You had so much in there, I thought you would call it.
Then we have Slime, who is a content creator. Calls with Ace-6. He's very dominated at this point. Mr. Beast is playing super loose. He calls with 7-4 suited. I'm going to go ahead and move my head because where the controversy happens is right where my head is. So we're gonna bounce to the top corner. But what we're gonna focus on here is Phil Hellmuth's cards, his hands, also his body language, and what happens. So,
Is the ante going to go up or not? No.
Mr. Beast calls with 7-4. Alan also called with Jack-5 offsuit. Alan's playing a ton of hands. Flop comes Ace-High. You can see the flop is... Where'd they put the flop? Where'd they put the flop? They hid the flop. Hold on. You'll see where the flop is.
Ace-High flop. Phil has Slime. Out kick. So Mr. Beast is going to take a shot at it.
The flop is Ace-8 deuce. So clearly Phil Hellmuth has the best hand, but Slime also has a good hand with an ace. Mr. Beast takes a shot at it. He bets 5,000 with nothing. Phil Hellmuth calls. It's Slime's action.
Slime moved all in.
Slime moves all in for 35,000. At this point, most players, especially poker pros like Phil Hellmuth, know they're probably in trouble. He could easily have ace-king, ace-queen, ace-jack, pocket 2-pair, a set, all sorts of hands. So when the action comes over to Phil Hellmuth, he's obviously not comfortable, as you can see by his body language.
Lost 14 hands in a row, and just picture of him with his glasses on. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's right now. And then the camera gets close and they're talking about you while you're doing it.
Fuck.
Then he verbalizes, F, I don't know what to do.
I just have no idea what to do.
And then right here, he grabs the cards with two hands, slides them forward. If you guys are not familiar with poker, how you fold your hand is either face up or face down. You throw your cards toward the dealers. Mostly face down. You push your cards to the dealer. They collect them. The hand is over. So he clearly folds his hand right there. In this game, the winning player a lot of time has been showing their cards. What you also notice is Alan taps the table twice. That's another poker etiquette thing. When you have the winning hand, or when the hand is over, the person taps the table, basically saying good hand. So he taps the table, saying good hand. And then listen to what the announcer says, and then we'll go from there.
Show the table.
And Hellmuth just folded the best hand.
Hellmuth just folded the best hand. The announcer knows he folded. And look straight below me. Right below Slime's name, it says plus 12,300. The graphics people give him the win. They know that Phil Hellmuth folded his hand. So again, multiple people know he folds his hand, and then someone at the table says, "Show your hand." Like I said, they're asking Slime to show his hand, as you saw right there. I don't know if you saw it or if I didn't go back, but Phil Hellmuth, at that exact time, he waved his finger like this, saying for Slime to show his hand. If Phil had not folded his hand, you would never want the other player to expose their hand because the hand's still live. When someone said, show your hand, Phil motioned for Slime to show his hand by doing this, which then he does. Phil shows, but then Phil decides to show for some reason. He says, I have ace-9. He verbalizes he has ace-9. So Slime knows he would never ever show his hand because it's worse than ace-9 if Phil was still deciding. But since he knows he folded, he showed him, I got away with one. I had a worse hand.
Oh my god, what did I fold?
Said you fold. Another person's table. Oh my gosh, you folded. Then Slime laughs, throws it over. Ace6.
Oh wait, I thought you folded.
I thought you folded. He did. We showed it. He folded. He folded. He folded. He folded. Phil Hellmuth, as a professional poker player, one of the best in the world, 100% should be honorable and say, yeah, I folded. But instead, he wants this $13,000 for some reason really bad.
I didn't fold, I'm thinking.
No, I didn't fold, I'm thinking. If anyone believes that, I got an island for sale on the moon.
Did you see his hand?
He showed like ace-7 or something, or ace-6.
I thought you folded.
No, he said show your hand and then he popped it over.
God.
You showed me the worst hand.
No, maybe I thought you folded.
He thought he folded because he did. He grabbed his cards, he pushed them forward, he tapped the table, he did fold. So let's continue this. Let's continue to watch and see what happens.
Let's have a deal. I don't think you should be punished for folding.
So at this point, he says, let's have a deal. Phil's being generous. And then asks him to pay him an extra, take back some of the money, but give him $5,000 still.
All right, so what kind of deal? I don't know. I guess just take your money back. Or put in 5K.
Put in 5K. That's my generous deal. Put in $5,000. Give me a free $5,000. And then here's the part that really makes me mad. So the hand should still be live because his hand is face up. Slime did not fold. Phil Hellmuth did not fold. So the hand still should be live. Slime at this point just says, you know what? Just run it. Because he could still win the hand. And then Phil...
Someone show and then...
So right here.
I know. I'm just not used to
I think it was confusing that the hands were in there.
I gave you a pretty good deal.
All right, I call it. So next card.
See, he says, I call. Phil Hellmuth says, I gave you a pretty good deal. Slime says, I call. So show me next card. So technically, the card should go out.
You just.
And then Phil said, no, you don't. You concede the pot. He just said he didn't concede the pot. He's calling. So now, not only angled once, not only angled twice, angled 3 times in a row.
No, what I just folded up. Yeah, because he's already seen your hand. Oh, yeah.
We're only charging 5K. I think that's.
We're only charging 5K. I think that's a good deal. That's not a good deal. It's a terrible deal. Phil folded. He should take the whole pot.
Fold. He did show his cards, which is totally fine in the cash game. Slime thought he folded. And a little bit.
So they run the cards out. Let's see what happens when they run the cards out. 6 and an ace. So he would have won with a full house. And so you think Phil would feel a little bit bad and be like, you know, let's just actually chop the pot. Let's be a gentleman, chop the pot. But let's see if Phil's the gentleman. No, instead he laughs and celebrates and then stands up and proceeds to dance. How lucky am I? And pulls the chips and then starts dancing around and hooting and hollering after he just triple angled the guy.
I mean, he had to hit a 6 on the next 2 cards.
It's all right.
Absolutely disgusting, in my opinion. Absolutely disgusting.
I thought it went an ace-6 or ace-7. I knew it was not. I knew I had the best hand.
He says, I knew I had the best hand. But then he clarifies, I knew I had the best hand once I saw your cards because he was folding.
After he showed his hand.
All that stalling was theatrics?
No, after he showed his hand.
After he showed his hand. So clearly, Phil Hellmuth was folding. Once he decided he had the best hand, he decided not to fold. Takes $13,000 from a non-professional poker player. He's a professional gamer, streamer. And just for reference, I pulled up. This is from Phil Hellmuth played a heads-up match a few days ago. And we'll move myself one more time. But just to show how Phil Hellmuth folds. Just to show how Phil Hellmuth folds hands normally. So here's an example from just a week prior. Same thing. He has his hands on his cards and he slides them forward. The exact motion he did. Here it is.
So that moment there may have been the one that crossed the line.
Does that motion look familiar? Well, it should, because it was the exact same motion in the live stream from the Hustler Live Casino. So there it is. There's 100% evidence that Phil Hellmuth angled, cheated, took advantage of a streamer in a live stream game that just happened yesterday. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I just won a poker tournament yesterday, so I'm going to be posting to this channel soon. Please subscribe. If you guys are into Facebook, come follow me on Facebook. I stream nightly on Facebook Gaming under Revoluso Gaming. Also, huge shout out to Ryan Feldman, Nick Vertucci, everyone at Hustler Live. I hope to come play there someday. But yeah, we had to get this out there. Phil Hellmuth, have some decency. Admit that you're wrong. Don't stick behind that you didn't angle him. You clearly angled him, and I think that you should do a verbal apology on air for your behavior. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm out.